Our childhood nostalgia has run amok. Amok, 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 amok. Hi everyone, it's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raise Popcorn with Grant, everybody. Today we're talking about a movie series we do here, and one that is somewhat, at least by my generation, pretty anticipated. And that movie is, because movie and TV is what we do here, Hocus Pocus 2. Hocus Pocus 2 is directed by Anne Fletcher. She takes over from Kenny Ortega, who directed the first film. Her most well-known movie she's done is The Proposal. She also did the really underrated Seth Rogen movie from about 10 years ago called The Guilt Trip, which I actually really like. And she also did some movies that I didn't like, for instance, Hot Pursuit, which was not very good. But she's here doing Hocus Pocus 2. And what's it about? Well, it's set approximately just under 30 years after the first film, where we left it. Evil was sent back, the curse was broken, sending the Sinister Sisters back to whence they came, and our intrepid young heroes got to live happily ever after. 29 years later, Salem seems to still be that sort of modern thing, but much like the real Salem now, since Hocus Pocus came out, it's become there's been sort of like a Sanderson sister boom going on. Within that environment arrives our three young leads, who have taken over the mantle from the original three young leads. They are Whitney Peak as Becca, Belissa Escobedo as Izzy, and Lilia Buckingham as Cassie, who is also the mayor's daughter. Cassie originally was a lot closer with the other two girls. She sort of splintered off because she didn't like doing seances in the woods. Sort of kind of get it. One night, on Halloween night, their sort of friend who owns the magic shop, Gilbert, played by Sam Richardson, whose character is tangentially related to the first one we discover. He has, through those circumstances, retrieved the black candle that brought the Sanderson sisters to modern-day Salem, and when they perform a certain sort of seance in the woods, it brings the Sanderson sisters back. They're back after 29 years and still, and now even more so, fish out of water, and they're causing trouble around modern-day Salem on Halloween once again. Can our young heroes repair their friendship and save the town just like the young heroes before them? Let's find out. Let the magic begin. So, Hocus Pocus 2. Now here's the thing. The first Hocus Pocus movie, for people in my sort of age range, the movie came out the same year that I was born. So it's as old as I am. But it kind of bombed when it came out in theaters. Critics hated it. It didn't do well financially, but it became a cult classic mainly because of the Disney Channel. They kind of kept showing it. It kind of was in that same sphere of things like Under Wraps and Halloween, the early Halloween Town movies, in that circulation of every year on Halloween Hocus Pocus. And we kind of fell in love with it. And I'm one of those people. It's become a staple in our house since we were little kids. And because of that, do I think that Hocus Pocus is necessarily a masterwork of screenwriting and storytelling? Probably not. But it is kind of like, was it great or were you 8? I think we were 8. But it's a fun movie, and every time I watch it, I own it. I own it on Blu-ray. It gives me a hit of nostalgia. I watch it every year. I still love Hocus Pocus, despite its probably many flaws. And one of the things that wasn't a flaws is the three main actors. They're phenomenal. Which were Bette Midler, Kathy Najimy, and Sarah Jessica Parker. They're all great. And they're back. And they're primarily ones back, along with Doug Jones as Billy the Zombie. And the thing that's funny, though, so do I think that maybe objectively as a film, Hocus Pocus 2 is a tad better? Probably. On an enjoyment level, is it as enjoyable as Hocus Pocus? No. Does that mean it's bad? No. I enjoyed it. Now, do I think that it's a little too sanitized? I do think this is kind of one of those movies that is a bit of a symptom of people my age having kids writing movies and kind of trying to avoid the moderate childhood trauma that some movies gave them, which is understandable, but the problem is it makes the movie feel a little neutered. And that's kind of what ultimately happens with the depiction of Sanderson, especially toward the end. I don't want to spoil anything, but there is something that happens that I'm not fond of with the Bette Midler character. But despite that, the movie's fun. There are some laughs in it. A lot of them, though, weirdly enough, are supplied by a character who doesn't even have a build credit. It's an actor named Froy Gutierrez. He plays Mike, who's the boyfriend of Cassie, who is moderately a bully, but in kind of one of the funniest moments doesn't realize he's being a bully, and it's like the biggest laugh in the movie. I don't really want to spoil it, but there's kind of a moment where he has like an epiphany. Caught me off guard, very funny. Just sort of this dumb jock character, and he was really funny. Sam Richardson has some fun. It's always nice seeing Sam Richardson. He's always a very good comedian and a very likable actor. Tony Hale, it's always nice seeing him. He's been having kind of a moment the last year or so between this and like Mysterious Benedict Society and all the other stuff. So he's a ton of fun. As sort of two characters in different timelines. One a villain and one kind of like a dopey sort of pseudo, just sort of bumbling adult. He's fun. And there's also kind of a fun little prologue about the origin of the Sanderson sisters that's in like the first 10 or so minutes. That's really well done. I think the movie, one thing, is a little longer than it needs to be. It is almost all of 2 hours. That doesn't really need to be. And again, I feel like a lot of it's sort of the first movie again. But it's not bad. And I think that especially if you're a parent with little kids of your own and you grew up with Hocus Pocus and your kids have seen Hocus Pocus, you guys will have fun with it. It's fun. It's a family movie. Enough of a family movie and not just a kids movie that adults can enjoy it as much as kids. For instance, my father, who hates Disney, everything it stands for except for Star Wars, and doesn't like most kids movies. He loves Hocus Pocus. And he watched this movie before I did, and he told me he enjoyed it. So, I mean, if you're a fan of Hocus Pocus, even if you're grown and you don't have kids or all your kids are grown, you might like it. I don't know. But I enjoyed it. I'm an adult with no kids, and I enjoyed it. It's because I liked the first Hocus Pocus, and it felt like a worthy follow-up. It's a worthy follow-up. That's all there is to it. And this movie was fun. And I would recommend it at matinee price. I'm going to give Hocus Pocus 2 3.5 out of 5 stars. That's what I'm going to give it. It's fun, not perfect, it's not really entirely necessary, but it's a fun ride while it lasts, and I did enjoy it. So, that's it. 3.5 stars for Hocus Pocus 2. Let's close the book on it. Trailer Trash 9, watch on Disney+. It is a Disney Plus original. Was there shawarma? Yes. There was a musical number during the credits, and there's a scene after all the credits that is setting up for possibly a Hocus Pocus 3, so it's worth sticking around for. Yeah, that's it. So, we will be back. That's it for Hocus Pocus 2. We will be back tomorrow for Pony Even Solvin Part 1. Next week, we will have reviews on the horizon for Lyle L. Crocodile, Terrifier 2, Amsterdam, and also, I almost forgot about this, not a movie, but a TV special, and that is Marvel Studios' Werewolf by Night, which is next Friday, so we'll check that out for sure and do a review like we've done with all of Phase 4 of the Marvel things. We'll do that. And then, like I mentioned, then the week after, we'll also do a Season 1 review of She-Hulk Attorney at Law, which I am enjoying, and apparently I'm not supposed to be, because Megan Thee Stallion and She-Hulk twerk in a comical tag scene after the credits, and the man-babies are freaking out and saying that it's shitting on Stan Lee's legacy because a comic book character whose character was always a comedic character in the comics is doing something funny in a show that's a half-hour sitcom with a Marvel character that's not meant to be taken seriously. So stop taking it seriously, man-babies. Stop with this woke shit. I'm tired of it. Stop with saying everything is woke that is a little bit progressive. It pisses me off. It's annoying. Alright. That's the other thing, is that I can't entirely hate a movie. That's another thing. Hocus Pocus 2 also will piss off the chuds, because there's a couple of parts. There's a gay couple in it, and there's a part set at a drag show. That's one of the funniest scenes in the movie. So, again, anytime we can piss off the chuds makes me happy. Alright. That being said, that is it. So, yeah, we'll be back with all the things, and that'll all be next time, and until next time, I'm Grant the Movie and TV Guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Love you all close to Mr. Lou 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does that's supposed to do. Leave a comment, even if it's, hey Grant, I like waffles. Really helps out. And if you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at RaisinPopcornGrant. You can find me on Facebook, Raisin Popcorn with Grant. You can also see what I'm watching on TV right now, including last night's SNL and Housing Complex C on Serialized. Rather, I am all one word, all lowercase, Raised on Popcorn. You can also check out my podcast, Raising Popcorn with Grant, the podcast on Spotify and Anchor. Some of you already have, but even if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. And I want to know down below, what did you think of Hocus Pocus 2? Did you like the movie? Hate the movie? Think everything's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below, let me know. And until we meet again, we're all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. And I'll catch you guys next time. Happy Halloween. Bye. See you next time. Bye.